So what is function overloading? So before telling the function overloading, I will tell you a basic example of function overloading. So you see a power button in your mobile phone. Now the power button isn't only used to switch off your mobile phone, it is also used for multiple things. For example, if you just press your power button, it turns off your mobile phone. Not completely, it just turns the screen off of your mobile phone. Now if you press your power button for 3 or 4 seconds, then it will show you a menu where it says that power off and restart, these type of things. So with the same button, with only one button, you can do multiple things. And in some mobile phones there is an option to take screenshot with the power button and with the volume button. So you can say that only one button is used to do multiple things. Okay, so same here, same works here with the function overloading. So if I tell you with the context of Java, what is function overloading? It is basic, very basic definition created by me too. Function overloading is just a function with the same name but with a different arguments. You understand what is function overloading? Function overloading is just a function in which we pass different arguments just to do the same. I gave you the example of mobile phone power button. Think why we need a function overloading actually. Okay, why we need function overloading? Think of your mobile example. If there is only one button and it is very easy for you to choose the power button to do various function. What if there are multiple buttons? For example, to switch off your mobile phone, there is another button for just to uh, screen off, just for you screen off there is another button, and to take screenshots there is another button. So what if your mobile has a lot of buttons? You will be confused and it is very hard to remember that which button works, which functionality has given to which button. It is very hard to remember. Same goes here with the function overloading. I will open my Java. I will open my notepad and write code in the Java language to demonstrate you the example of function overloading. Okay, and then you will get a better understanding that what I am talking all about. So let me just close this, don't save, and open my folder which is in F drive, Java programs. Okay, here we will save the file of Java. So just open notepad, create a class, just a. I will create a function called public static void main, and inside this function what I will do is first of all I will create a basic functions which will demonstrate a function overloading concept. So let me just tell you, if I tell you to create a function for a user in which if he enters no argument, you will show him a message called no argument. If he pass in a function, let's say one number, you will say enter two numbers. And if he enter two numbers, you will add them. If he enter three numbers, you will add three numbers. If he enter four numbers, you will add four numbers. So is there any way to create a lot of function with the same way, with the same name? So that is called a function overloading, in which we only use one name, which is very uh, you can say very handy or very useful to the user, not to the programmer. And I will just come into a minute what I said. I will just come into a minute on this what I said just. So uh, let me just give you a simple example of where function overloading is done. So you all write over here system dot out dot print ln or print, and you write over here anything like, for example, hello world. Okay, or you just give a number over here in quotes, or you just just write over here like integer like this, or you will give here string, or you give here true. Okay, and you give here some variable, and it prints the value of this. So what is this? It actually, this is a function called println is overloaded multiple times. Okay, what I mean by overloaded, I mean that various functions called print with the name println is created, which are trained that if one argument is passed, then do this. If string argument is passed, then do this. If integer argument is passed, then do this. What if there is no function overloading done here? So you have to remember, for example, you have to print the integer value, then you will write over here int println, and if you want to print string, and then you have to write over string println, and if you write over here boolean, so you write boolean println, and if there are two arguments, you have to write two arguments int. Okay, so that's why it is very difficult for you who is using this function system.out.println, basically a user or another programmer. Then it is very become easy. You just want to write println and do anything, pass any argument, pass any data type in it, and it will print that thing. So let us create a basic function over here. For example, we will create a function called add. So if user doesn't give any value, it will print you have not given any value. Okay, you have not given any value. Now another function, if the user gives one value, then what will happen? I just copy this function and paste down below over here, and if the user passes one argument, I will say you have only give or I can also say pass or give two args or arguments, or you can say give two numbers, very simply. Now if the user had give two numbers, then what will happen? It will come over here in the third function, or I'll just maximize it for a better view. Now void add int a, I just give the second argument over here, for example int b, and we will give the output a plus b like this. And if the user give three numbers, then I will just go over here and give another argument, for example int c, and add over here int c. Okay, and I will just save it. I think it is more than enough for now, and I will save it with the name a.java. Now here, as you can see, I have created three functions. If a user doesn't give anything in the arguments, it will say you have not given any value. If if user give two numbers, it will say you have if user give one number, it will say you give two numbers. If user give two numbers, it will print the result of these two numbers. And if user gives three numbers, it will say the result of these three numbers. And if user exceeds the limit, for example if user give 4, then what will happen, I will show you with the error message. Okay, so just go over here in the here and type here cmd. Now we will compile this with the javac compiler, javac a.java, and it is saying there is some error here. Okay, let me check. Yes, there is an error. I am printing over here a, but I do not print to a. I'm just checking that all things are good. So I'm not doing anything over here and just try to compile. Let me just create the what I'll say, increase the font size. Yes, so I will increase the font size, and let me just again compile this. Yes, it compiled my file. And if I interpret this, nothing will happen because I have not given anything in the public static void main. Now let me just create an object to use these functions. Okay, so let me just create an object, a obj is equal to new a. Now I will call a function called add obj dot add. Now as you can see, it is very easy for another one to just use one function add and pass one argument, two argument, three arguments, zero arguments. Then all the things will happen with only the one name called add. Okay. So if I don't give anything, what will the message? Let me check. Go over here, compile this, interpret this. It is saying main method not found in class A. Okay, main method not found. Public static void main. Okay, I have not given the string args over here. Maybe this is the error. So let me just go over here and again use this. It is again saying main method not found in the class. Please define the main method as public static void main and string args. I have done that, and why it is not doing? Let me just try to compile this again. Java ca.java and Java A. You have not given any value. See, it is saying that you have not given any value. What it means, when I write here obj.add, it jumps to it jumps to this part and find where is the add function, which is taking no arguments. So it goes over here, and in this it founds the system dot out print ln and prints you have not given any value. For example, user give here 12, then what will be the output? Just compile this and interpret this. It say give two numbers because I have given one number and one number cannot add to itself. Okay, so what if I give two numbers over here like this? Then it has to show 3 because the result will be 1 plus 2, which is 3. So just compile this, interpret this, and see here 3. So do you think there is any benefit to me as a programmer by using this function overloading? Is there any benefit? Directly if we see, there is no benefit to us, to the programmers, because we have to write a lot of code for this. But for the sake of users, because we are all doing this, we are writing this code just for the user experience, for the sake of users, so that they get a better interactivity, or you can say they get better things. So that's why we are doing this, so it benefit to the user or in a simple way. So that's it of the function overloading.